Welcome to Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. The greatest rivalry in sports is renewed once again. It's game one of a 3-game series between the Red Sox and the New York Yankees. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, joined by Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley. And tonight, we get to see something very special. A rookie coming up to make his major league start. We finally see Henry Owens, who pitches at Yankee Stadium tonight.
How would you like to be Henry Owens? They talk about a stage. This is as big as it gets, Yankee Stadium. The only thing missing is a pennant race. It's not here. But for this kid, he deserves it. I mean, he came out of favor in spring training, didn't throw strikes, and he went down the totem pole a little bit. But you've seen what he's done in the minor leagues. He absolutely deserves to be here. Each and every year he's gotten better. This year in AAA, he's throwing as good as he's ever thrown right now. He does have control issues at times. My God, the guy's 6'6", and you expect him to throw 95 miles an hour. Well, he doesn't. His best pitch is his changeup, but we're going to see a curve and a breaking ball. This is a great time for him to make his mark in the big leagues right here, because he could be a big part of this future going forward with the Red Sox rotation.
He's facing a first-place Yankees team and a team that comes in second in home runs, second in runs, so a tall task here tonight. Masahiro Tanaka on the mound tonight for the Yankees. He is 7-4. We're back with more from Yankee Stadium right after this. New Audi A3 today. Dunkin' Donuts America runs on Dunkin'. Toyota's website for deals via Toyota.com. Digital Federal Credit Union. See what DCU can save you. The Scion TC. Uno's committed to the craft of pizza since 1943. And by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at Southwest.com. Welcome back inside Yankee Stadium. A confused couple here tonight for game one of the 3-game series between the Red Sox and the Yankees. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo. Well, tonight the tall lefty Henry Owens, who is a supplemental draft pick for the Red Sox, on the mound. The 23-year-old will make his major league debut. A terrific year last year between AA Portland and AAA Pawtucket. Had 17 victories. With more, we send it down to field level and Garen Austin.
Thanks, Don. Henry Owens makes his major league debut tonight on a very large stage. Catcher Blake Swihart said he's a competitor and he will be confident on the mound tonight. Here's what manager John Farrell had to say about Owens making his debut.
What he's going to experience for the first time on this stage, you just hope he's out there controlling the environment and ultimately controlling the baseball. We had a brief conversation when he came in here today. It wasn't to make anything greater than the obvious. But just for him to go out and remember who he is and why he's here, and that's not to change, is to go out and pitch the game he's been pitching at Pawtucket. Biggest thing that's happened is the consistency he's commanding the baseball. In spring training, his delivery was not as consistent as it is now. I think when you're looking at a young guy that over the past 2 spring trainings he's been with us, he's probably gained 25 pounds. And it's just a young guy that's growing into his body. And it took him probably a full 6 to 8 weeks this season to maybe gain control of the body, kind of a new one that he's been dealing with. And as a result, I think the strikeout and the walks have been more in line with what they were previous. So he's just physically maturing and gaining control of it.
Well, like right now, what do you think's going through his mind right now? Here he is on the stage of Yankee Stadium, and he's going to make his Major League debut. And I don't know what he's doing right now. He is either in the zone or I don't know.
I'll tell you what, if this kid isn't nervous, he's not human. I mean, this is beyond me, having to make your first start in Yankee Stadium. There's nothing like it. And look at that stare. I mean, he is zoned.
Well, the Yankees have taken the field here tonight from Yankee Stadium, so let's check out the visiting Red Sox lineup. It's brought to you by your Eastern Hyundai dealers. Brock Holt leading it off at second base with Xander Bogaerts, a shortstop, batting second. David Ortiz, the DH, with Hanley Ramirez in left field in the cleanup spot with Pablo Sandoval at third base. Mike Napoli is at first with Alejandro De Aza. In right field, Blake Swihart does the catching. He bats eighth, and Jackie Bradley Jr. in center field, batting ninth.
Defense.
Our ceremonial first pitch here in New York and in the Yankee Stadium. Let's check out the Yankees starting pitchers presented by New England Nissan dealers. As Masahiro Tanaka on the mound tonight, his 15th start of the year, 7-4 with a 3.80 earned run average, 84 strikeouts, 18 walks, and opponents hitting at 228 against Tanaka. Missed about a month on the DL. Comes off a loss against the Texas Rangers, going 6 innings, giving up 4 runs, walked 3, struck out 3 against the Rangers. Now the Yankees defensively brought to you by DraftKings. From third to first in the infield, Chase Headley, Didi Gregorius, Brendan Ryan, Mark Teixeira. Left to right in the outfield, Chris Young, Jacoby Ellsbury, and Carlos Beltran. As Brian McCann does the catching for Tanaka. The Yankees with 69 errors on the season. Defense has not been their strong suit. Tonight's umpires are brought to you by Buick. Experience a new Buick lineup during this year's Sign and Drive. See your local Buick dealer today. Mike Everett has a plate with Kerwin Danley, the crew chief, at first base. Rob Drake at second base, and DJ Rayburn is the umpire at third. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game. Like the Red Sox and Yankees playing under very nice conditions here tonight in New York. 88 degrees, breeze out to left at 11 miles per hour. Partly cloudy the forecast, but right now a lot of blue skies above. And the Yankees start the day with a 5.5 game lead over the Orioles and Blue Jays. And I guess the question is, how are they doing it?
I'll tell you what, swinging the bats. You talk about their starting rotation. Really, this is their ace, Tanaka, and he really hasn't had all that great of a year. Got Pineda on the DL, and Sabathia is not the same, but they have swung the bat, especially in July, going 17-7. But you can't help it and be a Red Sox fan to look back to that Sunday game right before the All-Star break. That was a big game, and then they went to L.A. and everything just went right to hell.
It's kind of a 2-game swing. I mean, it is, really. I mean, you look at a situation there. If they win that game right before the All-Star break, you're 4.5 back going into the break. Instead, they're 6.5 back and then go and lose their next 7 straight.
You'll go back to that, after the All-Star break. When you think about 2015, that's what you go back to.
Brock Holt standing in, and the first pitch of the ball game is in there for strike one. Brock Holt starting the night at 284 with 2 homers and 26 runs batted in. Look at this Yankees rotation, the way it is set up right now. And you mentioned Pineda being on the DL. And there are Yankees people who are certainly very concerned with every pitch that Tanaka throws. Like, he could throw out his arm at any time is really the feeling here.
But at one point they talked about his velocity being down. But you see there, 93, when he throws that, and he could spot it. He's got great command. But his pitch is that split finger. But when he dots that fastball, it makes it that much better.
Holt lifts it in the air down the left field line. Gregorius Young giving chase, and into the slide. There's Chris Young to make the catch. A trio of the Yankees headed out there. Gregorius, Headley, and Young, and it's Young who comes sliding in to make the grab.
Young is the only guy that's going to catch this ball. He goes into the slide. He's been a center fielder most of his career, but he's done a hell of a job for the Yankees. Not only playing in the field, but at bat this year.
So one down brings up Xander Bogaerts. 319, 3 homers, 51 runs driven in for Bogaerts. Red Sox had yesterday off and begin this 3-game series tonight. A lengthy road trip. It takes them to New York, then to Detroit and Miami before it is done. Xander on the ground towards Gregorius at shortstop. There are 2 outs in the first inning. So 2-away brings up Big Papi. And the boos cascading down from the tallest peaks of Yankee Stadium. Anytime David Ortiz introduced here in New York, as the Yankees defensively going into the shift, they'll bring their shortstop Didi Gregorius to the right side. They leave the third baseman Chase Headley on the left side. Yeah, looking at this rotation right now, this really is their Yankees ace.
Right, you know, the same situation tomorrow. We're going to see that kid Severino, so 21-year-old kid. But going from there, who else do they have? You talk about Nova, right? I mean, there's no number one. Sabathia is not the same guy anymore.
We'll see him in game 3 of the series. Ortiz skies one to center, playable for Jacoby Ellsbury. It's a 1-2-3 first for Tanaka. The Yankees are coming up. Henry Owens is headed to the mound. Bottom of the first, the Yankees lineup brought to you by New England Chevy dealers. Jacoby Ellsbury leading it off in center field with Chris Young in left. Alex Rodriguez at DH with Mark Teixeira at first base. Brian McCann does the catching with Carlos Beltran back. He is in right field. Chase Headley is at third base with Didi Gregorius at shortstop. And Brendan Ryan at second base bats ninth. Red Sox starting pitcher presented by your local New England Audi dealers. Here is Henry Owens to make his major league debut. 21 starts with the Paw Sox, 3-8, but a 3.16 earned run average, 103 strikeouts, 56 walks. Opponents hitting under 200 against Owens at 193. As he gets ready to deal with Jacoby Ellsbury here in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch in the big leagues for Owens is in there for strike one. Ellsbury at 283, 4 homers, 21 runs driven in. And on the grass at third is Sandoval. 6'6" Henry Owens, 23 years old. Ahead 0-2.
Right away, you see a kid 6'6", you're thinking at least 95. The way the gun is nowadays, everybody throws 95, but wouldn't necessarily call him a finesser. But when you talk about a kid, his best pitch being his changeup, that has a long ways to go from there. See him air it out right there.
John Farrell before the game talking about the amount of weight that he has put on just in the last 2 years. 25 pounds really from one spring training to the next. And a couple of tough spring trainings for him in Major League camp with the Red Sox.
About 40, 50 pounds. Where did he used to be? About 150? I mean, really. But I sort of went through the same thing when I was a kid, 19, 20 years old. Next thing you know, I gained 20, 25 pounds. And there's something to be said for that, trying to find your way with a new body.
Fourth professional season. Second time that he was invited to big league camp.
See the angle of this breaking ball, this slider. He's over the top a little bit. I wouldn't call it sidearm by any means.
Swing and a miss, and his first batter in the big leagues. He strikes out at Jacoby Ellsbury.
Boy, it's got to be tough on a left-handed hitter. Look where he's coming from. 3/4. That ball slides all the way across the plate.
That's a break right there.
Absolutely. He set that up with a lot of fastballs in, and Ellsbury's not going to go out and get it.
One down here in the first inning. Brings up Chris Young. Red Sox shifting. On the left side, they have Brock Holt, second baseman, going to the left side of the infield.
Ball one.
Fouled off over by the Yankees dugout. It evens at 1-1.
Well, there was that changeup you're talking about. High fastball back down to the changeup. 12 miles an hour difference.
It's only the 8th Boston starter to make his major league debut at Yankee Stadium since 1914. And the first to do so since '97, Robinson Chayco.
He sort of smothers that changeup. You talk about 3-finger turn me over changeup. Yeah. His whole hands on that.
It's like it's deep in the palm.
Way in there.
On the ground left side, and to the backhand goes Bogaerts. He'll glove it but have no play. Let's check out the Red Sox defensively, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Third to first, Pablo Sandoval, Xander Bogaerts, Brock Holt, Mike Napoli. Left to right in the outfield, it is Hanley Ramirez, Jackie Bradley Jr., and Alejandro De Aza. Doing the catching for Owens is Swihart. Guy who has caught Owens before, seems to make sense. They have Swihart behind the dish tonight. One out, one on. Alex Rodriguez, who has had a very good season. 24 home runs, 61 runs batted in to go along with that .277 average. Good size lead at first for Young, held on over there by Napoli. In there for strike one.
Not afraid to throw that fastball this first inning.
A little bit low that time. 1-1 from Owens. It doesn't appear nervous if he is in this instance.
No, he looks like he has an idea what he's trying to do.
Watchful eye of his pitching coach, Carl Willis. Down again.
He wanted to get that ball in right there. Trying to be a little careful with that fastball. Can't blame him.
Three and one.
He definitely wants you to know that he's going to throw a fastball. That's what he's done this first inning. A lot of fastballs, but he wants to get you out with that changeup.
That is the scouting report on him. Best pitch, the changeup. And a swing and a miss there. It's the fastball. It's a full count.
Well, he threw that ball right by Alex.
92 and on a downward plane.
Well, he's got leverage. I mean, you're 6'6", you better have leverage.
Downward plane.
Yes. Stay on top of that ball. Wants to go in here.
Rodriguez kind of jammed and he fouls it off to the right.
Yeah. Left that ball inside. He didn't really get that ball in there. Velocity beat him.
Saw Mark Teixeira waiting on deck. Payoff pitch with a runner at first.
That's inside.
Ball 4 and down to first base goes A-Rod. So an infield hit and a walk has 2 on here for the Yankees in the first inning.
Once again, you see the sequence to Alex Rodriguez, how he's trying to go about this. He's going to show him his fastball, 91 miles an hour, and then that changeup almost looked like a slider, 1-1, and then fastball down, another changeup right after it, fastball right by him. Fastball that he left out over the middle of the plate, then he missed on an inside corner fastball. He makes that pitch there. It would have been a beautiful thing.
2 on, 1 away for Mark Teixeira. 266, 29 homers, 74 runs batted in. This combination of Alex Rodriguez and Mark Teixeira, both having good comeback seasons right now for New York, has been a big part of their winning this year. You look at this team and they're about their offense. They are second in runs, second in home runs. A lot of guys sharing home runs across this lineup for Joe Girardi. It's not been the pitching or the defense. It's been the offense.
That's inside.
First of all, they've missed this guy, Teixeira. All the problems he's had with his wrist, and he's coming having a MVP year without a doubt. And no one expected what A-Rod has done this year.
Well, tonight's key matchup brought to you by Honda. Start something special with a great deal on a Honda. A-Rod this season against the Red Sox, or actually Mark Teixeira this season against the Red Sox, 467. 3-1 pitch is grounded foul outside of third.
I'll tell you what he wants to do. He wants to control these counts. You can't get behind, 3-1, and then you got to make a pitch, and you got to get some plate. He's lucky this ball isn't a double down the line.
Full count here to Teixeira with 2 on, 1 away. And a grounder up the middle and by the dive of Holt. Chris Young being waved around. He'll score on the Yankees strike first on Henry Owens. They take a 1-0 lead as Teixeira drives in the game's first run.
Fastball down. He gets a ground ball. You're hoping he hits it at somebody, but a double play ball the way Teixeira runs. No one's here. Nowadays you see a base, ground ball up the middle. You figure somebody would be there, but it's just out of the reach of Holt. I mean, he's up the middle, but just finds a hole.
Carl Willis out there talking to him. So is Blake Swihart. Get any easier. You look at this lineup for the Yankees. You got McCann now, Beltran next. It's a lineup that extends.
Absolutely.
92 first inning runs this season, most by any team in any inning in 2015. So the Yankees generally start off ahead a lot.
Pretty much the opposite of the Red Sox.
Yes. Ryan McCann, he's got 17 home runs, 61 runs driven in, former Braves catcher.
Home one.
Just not real sharp right now, running deep counts.
Canada generally has 20+ home runs a year, well on his way to doing that with 17. He's had at least 20 in each of his last 7 seasons going into this year. And the Yankees leading hitter with runners in scoring position as Rodriguez at second, Teixeira at first with 1 out. 2-0.
That's outside. Ball
3-0.
A little tough to be out of sync your first time in the big leagues. Yankee Stadium. He's in a jam right away. You'd wish he had a little quick 1-2-3 inning. Not the case.
Needs a strike, gets one right at the top of the zone.
What he needs is a ground ball. Desperately.
Little inning ending double play.
Oh, yes.
Battles back here. It's full count, back-to-back fastballs.
You wonder if he tries to punch him out with that breaking ball that he threw Ellsbury.
Already his 3rd full count of this game.
You can't afford to throw a ball here. You can. You just hope he swings.
30th pitch of this first inning. Does swing and sends it out to deep center, but Bradley is out there to make the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. So 2 away. Rodriguez back to second. Teixeira back to first.
You can't get cute right there. 3-2. He throws a cross seamer, probably just really high middle. McCann drives this ball, but it's a routine fly ball to center field. When he first hit it, I thought this ball had a chance to be in the gap.
So McCann retired, brings up Carlos Beltran. 259, 8 homers, 33 runs batted in for Beltran. Swings at the first pitch and pops it up foul, back and out of play.
I'll tell you what, a lot of fastballs this first inning. Velocity up to 93, so he's jazzed out there. I mean, he's feeling it. But that extra velocity, it really makes for not as good a control as he can possibly have.
Drops in there for a strike. Beltran spending time on the DL. Left oblique strain. Missed 11 games. That's with Rodriguez at second base. Teixeira at first. 2 down in the first.
There's got to be a changeup, I would think. Nope.
Another fastball rising.
Now a changeup. Put the house on a changeup right here. No.
Popped up, foul ground, down from third. Sandoval, Swihart is there, and he makes the catch. That ends the inning. A long inning for Owens, but only 1 run for the Yankees on top 1-0. Boston's last left-handed pitcher to make the start at Yankee Stadium for his major league debut. That was May 2nd of 1995. Twisted Tea is the hard iced tea. Tastes like real iced tea. Be a little twisted. Well, he's done with his first inning. A lot of pitches. 34 pitches in that first inning, but only one run. A lot of deep counts. Yankees leaving 2 men on. Hanley Ramirez leads it off here in the second inning. There's Sandoval and Napoli. Red Sox went in order on 7 pitches from Masahiro Tanaka in the first inning. Grounder foul. The first inning looked pretty good for Tanaka.
Yeah, it did. I'm talking about. I thought before, his arm issues, he was only throwing the ball 90. Well, he's throwing the ball 93, and he's got such great control of his fastball. Split finger, nasty, a little slider. Had trouble this year with the home run ball, giving up some home runs. So, to me, I was thinking they were so worried. Could he make it the whole year? He missed the month of May, and he's come back, and they obviously need him to go where they want to go.
Yankees starting the day with a 5.5 game lead. Look at his arsenal.
It's not the same. I think he would, if he was feeling right, you'd see a lot more fastballs.
Kind of surprised by the lower number of fastballs, 49%.
He's changed. He's not the same guy. He was, to me, when he first came in, I said, this guy's ridiculous.
1-2. And it's on the ground down the third baseline. It is a foul ball. The indication. Third base umpire DJ Rayburn on the call. Hanley's got to come on back. It's easy to start earning DD Perk rewards. Download the Dunkin' mobile app and enroll any DD card and perks right on the app. Message and data rates may apply. For full terms of use, visit DunkinDonuts.com. Red Sox Nation runs on Dunkin'. Hanley Ramirez, Pablo Sandoval, and Mike Napoli for John Farrell here in the second inning. On the ground towards short. Gregorius to his left. Low throw, but Teixeira makes the backhanded stab. Ramirez retired. So one down brings up Pablo Sandoval.
To me, he reminds me of Kuroda, the guy they had for several years here. The other Japanese pitcher who I thought had a great career. An older guy, right? Yep, almost played here till he's 40. In fact, he's still pitching in Japan.
Sandoval hitting at 260 coming into tonight's action. Pitch hit on Sunday was 0 for 1 as he fouls it off to the left out of play.
But when you watch a guy like Tanaka throw, to me, it's all about spots. He hits his spots. And that's when pitching was pitching. You don't have to throw 95. Everything is down. Little movement on a split, little backdoor breaking ball.
It's Sandoval to chase that down and away.
And you see the split. The ball's down and it just disappears down and away. That is his bread and butter.
Got some movement on it too.
Totally.
Running away from Sandoval as he lunged.
Ooh, then he almost paints him with some decent cheese.
95.
Ooh, where'd he get that? That tells you he's feeling pretty good. This ball is definitely outside, but it looked good.
McCann tried to make it look better. Swing and a miss. Down and in, and striking out is Sandoval. First K for Tanaka.
Here we go. Everything down. He almost painted him the pitch before with a fastball. Back to the split finger. Catches some of the plate, but the ball's dipping hard. You don't have to throw Sandoval a strike, obviously.
2 down here in the second inning for Mike Napoli. .199 career home runs for Mike Napoli heading into tonight's game. It's a fly ball to left field. Chris Young makes his way over. Shy of the track, it'll be the center fielder. No, it's going to be nobody. It drops. Young was looking to his left. Ellsbury was looking at him, and it drops between them. Napoli ends up at second base with 2 down. Some miscommunication right there, it appears, in the Yankees outfield.
Well, I think this is Ellsbury's ball, really. You have 2 center fielders playing out there. Chris Young's always been a center fielder, but then you look back at it, and Ellsbury's way far away from this. He was just hoping he was going to be there. He was not. The ball was in the air forever. Chris Young, I take it back. Chris Young makes the mistake on this. I mean, he's a step away from it.
So a double for Napoli. We have 2 down here in the second inning. He brings up Alejandro De Aza.
What a gift that was.
See if the Red Sox can convert here on an opportunity. De Aza 264, 6 homers, 28 runs batted in. Getting the start in right field. Seen a lot more lately of Rusney Castillo than De Aza.
Well, Farrell said in the press conference that he's going to try to get everybody as much, an equal amount of bats as they can, which is not an easy thing to do.
A 1. That runs inside.
You saw Travis Shaw go off the last couple of games, right? He's going to find his way into the lineup.
Terrific game.
Yeah, absolutely. So he'll be playing, I would assume, one of these games in this series.
He's been fun to watch in the early going.
Napoli had good numbers against Tanaka, had taken him deep a couple times. That's why he's in this game.
De Aza waves at that, kind of changed his mind in the middle, badly fooled.
It's a little backdoor slider, a little teeny little thing there.
All misplayed in the outfield, has runner at second for the Red Sox in Napoli. Starts on the year for Tanaka. Yankees are 10-4 in those 14 starts. Individually, he is 7-4. On the ground by the mound, but running Gregorius at shortstop. De Aza retired, and the Red Sox are gone. Inning and a half done. 1-0 New York. Season in their 107th game. The Red Sox beat the Tigers 7-2. Rick Wise went 7 1/3, struck out 6, got the win for the Red Sox. That's on to the bottom of the second inning at Yankee Stadium with the Yankees on top 1-0. Henry Owens had to throw 34 first inning pitches, gave up a run, and deals with the bottom third of the Yankees order here in the second. Chase Headley, Didi Gregorius, and Brendan Ryan. 276 for the Yankees third baseman.
I'll tell you what, he likes to throw a lot of high fastballs early. I mean, and that's on purpose too. I think he wants to set up that off-speed stuff.
Any difference from the first to second as far as the nerves go?
Oh, definitely. He's got to be more relaxed right now.
Back at him and through by the dive of Holt at second base. A sharply hit ground ball by Headley, lead runner on for New York.
I mean, four straight fastballs. Everything away. Fastball middle, almost takes his shoe off. Good piece of hitting by Headley, just trying to hit it up the middle. Once again, can't find a fielder out of the reach of Holt.
So Headley aboard for Didi Gregorius. A 12-game hitting streak for Headley with that base hit at .452 along the way. Fouls it off himself. Painfully so for strike one.
When I first saw Didi earlier in the year, I didn't think this kid could hit at all. But he's been coming on lately. He's been hot for them too. And so I'm told his defense has become better and better. You see this foul ball, one hop off of his calf.
Back the last 55 games beginning on May 29th, he has hit at .298, just under 300.
Hello.
High fly ball down the right field line that will make its way foul.
Boy, he's swinging like he's going to go bridge, doesn't he? I mean, my goodness, what are you doing?
He's gone bridge 5 times this year.
Man, that was a healthy cut.
Not what you expected.
Not at all. Look at this swing. And that's a changeup. Belt high middle. I'll tell you. He's lucky this ball isn't a bomb. I'm talking about Owens. He left that changeup up. Out in front a little bit.
Another fastball up. That's where they've been, as you pointed out.
He throws a lot of high fastballs.
And doing so at 92, 93 miles an hour. Foul back, and it hangs at 1-2.
Kind of a sloppy breaking ball right there, too.
See the numbers for Gregorius. Henry Owens last year started the year Double-A Portland, 14-4 there, then went to Pawtucket where he was 3-1. So between the two minor league venues in Portland and Pawtucket, a 17-game winner a year ago. People were certainly very excited about him coming into spring training. Did not have the spring training that he expected. Was roughed up a few occasions, and it is just spring training, but it kind of leaves a lasting impression for a little while anyway.
That's all you heard about was this kid, right? And almost like he is untouchable. He's going to be around for the next 10 years in this rotation, and you see how quickly he can go on you.
Down the left field line, falling fast and falling foul. How big a deal is spring training going in when you're a kid like him, knowing, you know, everybody's looking at you going in?
Yeah, I mean, to me, the first spring training, there's a lot of pressure on you. And he came in, you know, with the 17 wins. I mean, he was styling coming in. It goes to show you that, you know, it's about throwing strikes. If you can't throw strikes, I don't care what you say. And eventually he's going to find his way. He wants to find it right now.
Gregorius pops it up. Foul ground. Back comes Swihart towards the screen. And he will not have the play.
Boy, he just misses this. This ball hits the screen. on the way down. Barely hits the screen. You see here. I thought he had a beat on it, but it hit the screen above his glove. I'm begging for him to catch this ball.
Gotta have it.
I gotta have everything right now. Henry Owens needs everything.
Napoli holding on Headley at first. Swing and a miss. There it is, changing up on him, and he strikes out Gregorius. Second strikeout for Owens.
You don't see a lot of changeup from left-handed pitchers to left-handed hitters. He threw one earlier in the count, comes right back to it, way out in front this time. It's not the greatest of spots to throw that thing, but fooled him.
1 out, 1 on, and Brendan Ryan the batter. Ryan spent some time on the DL this year, the strained upper back.
He's been on the DL the last couple of years.
Yep.
I haven't seen him forever. Him and the mustache. Check that mustache out.
Now that's a stash.
That is a stash. That's getting it.
That's coming from a guy who's got a good stash.
I don't like, not like that. That's like way. He's got handlebars almost.
He missed the first 58 games of the season on the DL. A lot of Stephen Drew at second base for the Yankees this year, but Brendan Ryan there tonight.
But he can always pick it. This kid was always a great defensive player. Started with the Cardinals, went to Seattle. Never could hit, but he got in the lineup, so it goes to show you he could play defense.
That's a strike, ends up right down the middle. Well, for Owens, this next pitch will be the 50th of his outing. An inning and a third deep into his outing. Had to throw 34 first inning pitches.
You got to get this thing in there.
In the air to left field. Playable for Hanley Ramirez out there. And he puts it away for this second out. 2 down. Well, get ready for Foxwoods $1 Million Dream Tournament. Hit the slots daily for the chance to be a millionaire by Labor Day. $1 million winner guaranteed. Foxwoods, the official casino and resort of the Boston Red Sox. Visit foxwoods.com to learn more. A single for Headley, a strikeout for Gregorius. Fly out to left for Ryan brings us to the top of the order. And Jacoby Ellsbury, second time through now for Henry Owens. In his major league debut from Yankee Stadium. Ellsbury will pop it up left side of the infield. Xander Bogaerts equidistant between second and third, puts it away to end the second. 1-0 New York through 2. Nessa Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon this season, dedicated to striking out cancer in kids. Arbella donates $50 for every strikeout thrown by a Sox pitcher, up to $100,000. Arbella Insurance Foundation, here for the Jimmy Fund, here for good. Well, we head here to the third inning. Blake Swihart leads it off for Boston. Swihart, Bradley, and Holt in the third. 25th pitcher for Tanaka, who threw just 7 pitches in the first inning. Yankees are shifting here against Swihart. Seeing more teams do this against Blake Swihart.
I mean, it's amazing to me. Guys haven't even been in the big leagues that long. The first day they get here, they're shifting.
Already got a book on.
I don't get it, but it works. I mean, yeah. It definitely works. I mean, what were they thinking about years ago not doing this? But it doesn't take a genius to figure out that's what the guys are doing, right? Just map it out.
Well, now more information available for every guy, and certainly the trends, spray charts, everything else.
It definitely has changed the game. I mean, batting averages are down, and it's a big part of it. Ask Ortiz. Hello.
On the ground foul. David talks about that from time to time over the years. How many hits has it taken away from David Ortiz over the years?
I mean, it really has. But then again, you know, he's got that wall in Fenway Park. He can't complain. That wall is there for the taking. We've seen what he done last week. You know, a couple of balls that were outs in a lot of ballparks that just caught the fence, the Green Monster.
Swihart able to hold up, according to DJ Rayburn, the third base umpire.
I think he did hold up on this split finger, barely. But you wonder what Ortiz would do in Yankee Stadium. Oh my goodness! Wow.
Short porch.
Spare me. He wouldn't care if they're playing on a pull or not.
Strike 3 call. Swihart doesn't like it and does not appear to be a strike. But it is the second strikeout for Tanaka.
That is absolute paint on that little puny backdoor breaking ball. Is the ball down? Ball's down, but I got to have it. That ball's off the plate. That's what you're going to get it when you're downstairs. He's down, down, down all the time.
So if you stay there, you're more apt to get it.
Yeah.
Bradley getting the start in center field, as he has every day since his return to the Red Sox from Pawtucket. John Farrell saying last week, going to get a good long look here. Jackie Bradley Jr., in the absence of Mookie Betts, should be returning to the Red Sox, and the Red Sox head to Detroit. He will begin some baseball activities, but his concussion improving by all accounts.
Yeah, let's find out if Jackie can hit. Isn't that important?
Has at the AAA level, has not at the Major League level. 111 coming into tonight's action. DraftKings.com is paying out over $300 million this baseball season. DraftKings giving out $34 million to Boston residents alone since the site launched. Get your free entry into one-day fantasy baseball today using promo code NESSN. Alex Spear, the Boston Globe, checking in with an interesting note on Bradley Jr.'s average. There's a swing and a miss there.
Not going to get a fastball. Once again, that little puny little slider. Everything's down. Look at this. This is perfect. Split finger. Coming up.
Rounds it foul.
Such a controlled wind-up delivery. That's why he can repeat it.
Line to center. Ellsbury on the move. Will get there. Kind of knuckled on him, but he makes the grab out there for the second out of the third inning. The Paw Sox fans, the first 5,000 fans that enter McCoy Stadium on Thursday, receive a Paw Sox replica jersey. Paw Sox will be hosting Syracuse at 7, but you want to get there early for this. Visit pawsox.com to get your tickets today. 2 down in the third inning for Brock Holt.
Did you give that a line drive to center field or just a fly ball?
I gave that a line drive.
Okay.
But it came off the bat oddly. This is coming off the bat pretty well to right, sending Beltran back to the track in front of the wall to make the catch off Brock Holt. Sox down in order and trail 1-0. The new Yankee Stadium better than the old? Text 1 for yes. Text 2 for no. Text your answer to 536-536. Message and data rates may apply. One message per vote. Visit NESN.com/terms for terms and conditions as well as privacy policy. Heck, what do you think? The old Yankee Stadium, the new Yankee Stadium? What do you think?
This one's much prettier, obviously, but the fans are way far away.
That's the thing,
right?
Yes.
And it was, as a pitcher, it was so loud the other place. I mean, it was intimidating.
That's what I liked about the old place was that it went straight
up.
From our vantage point where we were, because it went straight up, it was kind of like the overhang, like the old Boston Garden where the balcony would hang over. And that's the way you felt here with the fans on top. I'm sure it felt like that on the mound for you, but for us, for the sound was incredible.
How about the sound if you're a pitcher and I've been there giving it up and they're going bridge, right? And they played this thing go dong, dong, dong. I used to hate that.
Balls in the air and they're dong, dong,
dong, dong, dong. Oh, I used to get worn out. I hated that place.
Yes?
I gave it up. No, They used to juice me all the time. I gave up a ton of home runs there. 5 one time. One game. And that's short porch, and they had guys that are trying to yank.
Who did you least like facing in the Yankees lineup over the years?
Well, the Thurman Munson was tough. I mean, for a right-handed hitter, I used to have trouble with him. I'm trying to think. White. Remember the lefty?
Roy White?
Roy White.
Yeah.
I was scared of him. Little guy. Little sandblower.
There is strike 3. And the third strikeout for Henry Owens gets Chris Young to begin the third inning.
Here we go. A little high backdoor. Here's that curveball. Backdoor breaking ball with a curveball. Does it catch any of the plate? I don't know. Once again, he's got to have it, but that's a ball. Turnabout fair play. Tanaka had punched out somebody down and away.
One down for Alex Rodriguez. And a pop-up foul out of play. Don Orsillo, Dennis Eckersley, Garrett Austin with you from Yankee Stadium. Game 1 of a 3-game series between the Red Sox and the Yankees. Yankees with a run in the bottom of the first inning on an RBI single by Mark Teixeira. The difference in the game. Henry Owens in his major league debut. And a lot of pitches for the young left-hander. Here's 59.
1-1.
A-Rod walked in the first inning. 40-year-old Alex Rodriguez.
We're watching Tanaka throw everything knee high, right? And I don't know how many high pitches he's thrown. Ton of high fastballs. Finally broke out that curveball.
Fly ball center field, struck well. Bradley going back onto the track to make the catch shy of it for the second out here in the third inning.
When you first look at Jackie Bradley out in center field as a pitcher, you've got to know how he goes and gets him, because when the first look is like that ball's out of here, it looks like it's in the seats. But he has this thing about him, if you know, that he's got it.
He knows right away he's got it.
Yes.
He kind of glides.
He does. See, when you first see him glide, you say, oh my God, this ball's out of the ballpark. He's slowing down. But he's camping underneath it. It's almost like Willie Mays. Willie Mays used to tap his glove once, which is a beautiful thing. That's telling the pitcher, I got it, don't worry about it. That's what I want.
It's all about helping you.
Yes, I don't want to, you know.
You don't want the drama.
I don't want any drama. If I turn around and the ball's hit pretty good, I'm thinking, come on, let me know you got it or what.
So you like the tap.
Yeah, tap the glove, and then I don't have to worry anymore.
Did Ricky do that too? Did Henderson do that? Or he do his leg, right? Was it tapping the leg?
Yeah, he said, I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
On the ground with the shift on, it's Bogarts on the left side, and Teixeira is out number 3. Owens has a quick and easy 1-2-3 third. Yankees have a 1-0 lead. On EasternBank.com, here, your first Eastern Bank. Through 3 from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, Yankees have a 1-0 advantage. 2, 3, and 4 for Boston against Masahiro Tanaka, Bogarts, Ortiz, and Ramirez. Fly ball foul off the bat of Bogarts, who grounded out to shortstop in the first inning.
He has worn out right field, hasn't he, since off?
He has.
For the last couple of months. He said, forget about home runs. I mean, they'll come at some point. I mean, his success has been so great hitting the ball the other way.
See that average jump to 318 coming into this action tonight. And as he jumps back out of the way, he's become such a complete player, not only offensively, but markedly better defensively as well. Followed by Ortiz and Ramirez here in the 4th inning. Goes the other way, and Beltran moves back and over to make the catch on the edge of the track. Well, Monday, August 17th is Kids Lunchbox Giveaway Night at Fenway Park. All kids in attendance will receive a free lunchbox. Visit redsox.com/promos for more information and to purchase your tickets now. One down here in the 4th inning for David Ortiz. He flied out to center field in the 1st inning. How would you attempt to get David Ortiz out?
Wow. That's tough. I mean, it's tough for me because left-handed hitters just murdered me. I had a hard time getting the ball inside. I'd have to force myself to try to throw the ball inside, but I would hope that he would pull off something like that.
Down the line at first, Teixeira kind of guarding the line, and 2 down in the inning.
I would be scared to death of him, to be honest with you, to face him.
To make a mistake.
I would pitch around him as much as I could. You know, because I was sinker slider type of guy, not with, you know, major hair either. I mean, I didn't throw 95, so you better be careful. You know, and that fastball I used to throw inside used to always come back over the plate.
And that's not where you want it.
That's not where you want it. And then I'm throwing those little backdoor spin balls that, you know, if he stays on it, I'm in trouble.
A little leak there. And
yes.
Yeah. Go bridge.
But, you know, I'm standing up here now. I mean, when I was down there, I thought I could get anybody out.
Yeah. And then point at him and stuff.
Oh, come on. I'm not pointing at David. I got to punch somebody out and point at him.
2 down for Hanley. Grounded out to short in the 2nd.
That's a late call right there. Once again, ball down.
Hanley didn't like it. Mike Everett has the plate tonight, calling the balls and strikes.
I think he wants the slider. Nope.
Zips a 94-mile-an-hour fastball outside.
Looks like a little two-seamer down middle of the plate. You yank that one. More velocity.
Two strikeouts so far tonight for Tanaka. Struck out Sandoval in the 2nd inning. Struck out Swihart in the 3rd. Only giving up 1 hit. He's now retired 6 Red Sox in a row.
Where's that slider? What is that? Fastball in? That's a slider.
Called a strike. Ramirez doesn't like it, just looks at it. Becomes a 3rd strikeout victim. 1-0 New York.
Front door piece.
things are happening to local people at easternbank.com/goodthingshappen. Hanley Ramirez striking out to end last inning. The Yankees on top 1-0.
Put down those fingers. I didn't understand. You know why? Because it was a front door slider. You don't see that very often. Starts at him a little bit and catches the corner.
Send it down to Guerin.
Thanks, Don. I'm here with Henry Owens' dad, Mike. You guys have a huge group here tonight. Where'd you guys come from?
Huntington Beach, California.
How special is it for you to watch your son make his debut here tonight?
It's absolutely amazing. It's surreal.
What was the last thing you said to him before he went out tonight?
Good luck. Have fun.
Thank you. Back to you, Don.
All right, Guerin, thanks very much.
Good luck. Have fun. Have fun when it's over. This is not fun. Maybe it is for him, but it wasn't for me. And this kid looks like he's from California and things come easy for him, and he's the kind of a relaxed kid. I came over on the bus with him, and he was chirping away in the back. I thought that he was very unaffected by the whole thing. I don't know what I expected him to do, just shut up and not say a word, but he was chatty.
Relaxed, it appeared, before the game in the clubhouse. And he does not appear to be in awe of the situation at all. This one sharply hit down to first, but Napoli is there. He'll take it to the bag for the first out. Well, it's time for a game break brought to you by Jordan's, the furniture store, the Boston Red Sox. Tom? All right, Tom, thanks very much. What do you make of these Toronto Blue Jays? How about David Price?
I was just going to ask you what you think. They're going to give a run. They're going to make a run out of this thing. I think David Price, to me, is the big prize after the season's over. But this guy's a stud, and that's exactly what they needed. They still need more. I mean, that bullpen, they got a young 20-year-old closing games, Osuna. But that lineup, better than any lineup in the big leagues.
Oh, Brock Holt makes that catch. Bogarts had his hands in the air. It's kind of twilight right now in New York, and Bogarts couldn't see it at all. He had his hands in the air, and Holt wasn't entirely sure either, but Brock able to run it down.
I mean, he's got a beat on this thing, but it doesn't look very pretty the way that he caught it. Very difficult time of the night.
Yeah. Did you see Xander? Hands in the air. Well, you thought it might have been in his direction.
Whoa.
So 2 outs, and now it is 8 in a row retired by Owens. This one fouled back. Xander.
Hello, this is trouble.
I got nothing.
Yeah, the end.
Anybody?
Luckily that ball's up in the air long enough.
Chase Headley batting. Yeah, and they had Troy Tulowitzki too.
Right.
And he has paid instant dividends.
Donaldson's the player. The third baseman is the man.
High fly ball hit to deep left center field, sending Jackie Bradley Jr. back. It'll take him to the edge of the track for the out. That ends the 4th inning. 9 in a row retired by Henry Owens. 1-0 New York. last series the Sox were here in the Bronx. April 10th, Mookie Betts hit a sacrifice fly to score Xander Bogaerts on the top of the 19th inning and give the Sox the lead. What ended as a 6-5 victory for Boston. The longest game in Red Sox history by time, logging in officially at 6 hours and 49 minutes. You missed that one, eh?
I did not. I was in the studio.
You were back there waiting to do the postgame.
Hello.
I guess you didn't miss anything.
I didn't miss anything. I'm proud of it.
Brendan Ryan at second base throws out Pablo Sandoval. What time, if you recall, did the postgame begin?
Well, you think about it, they showed the clock, right? It was 5 after 2, right? So that we had a postgame for an hour.
Wow.
That's 3. I didn't get home till 4. It's brutal, but I'm proud to be a part of it.
Yeah. It was long here.
It was long.
Yeah. 8 in a row retired by Tanaka. Both starters right now settling in very nicely. As Napoli gets his second look at Tanaka, doubled off him in the second inning.
Gift double.
That's outside, ball 1.
Well, I guess we know where that is.
It's outside and it's ball 1.
Yeah.
You don't even need me, really.
Right.
You have Mike Everett. Tanaka shaking off a few.
He wants a little slider.
50th pitch. Ball's behind 2-0. 3 strikeouts in the game. He's not walked anybody. Only 1 hit. And the double by Napoli. The ball that fell that Chris Young misplayed in left field. That's been it.
What in the world? Who wants time? Let's go. Bounce around. He wants to throw another slider.
On the ground, foul.
Napoli gets some good swings off Tanaka. He's taken him deep twice.
Napoli coming into the game 3 for 6 with the 2 home runs you mentioned against Tanaka. Now a liner into left field. This will get down and back to the wall. Chris Young to play it. Napoli headed for second base. He'll get there standing without a problem. His second double of the night. He has both of Boston's hits.
Boy, he is on Tanaka. I mean, he looked like he knew it was coming. Tanaka's just glad he didn't hit this ball out of the ballpark. It's a split finger right down the middle. And he just waffles this ball down the line. Easy double. Gets any lift on this ball, been a monster shot. And he's just leaving Earth.
So 1 out. Napoli at second base and Alejandro De Aza. Joe's bunt pulls it back and take ball 1. He grounded to shortstop. Didi Gregorius in the second inning.
You talk about Fenway being a doubles ballpark. No, that's a doubles ballpark. You know, that ball that he hit right there, and Fenway might be a base hit.
Just a single.
If you hurry up and throw it in. But that's an easy, no chance to throw that ball back in.
And De Aza squaring. 399 to left center here.
Right. The ball last inning was hit hard. Headley hit a ball, hanging breaking ball off Owens. It's gone in a lot of ballparks. Meanwhile, why is he trying to bunt? I don't get it.
He's tried twice. And ahead here 2-0. He's trying again, and he drops it down the third baseline. The two combined, nobody is going to have a play. A little collision. Headley third baseman, Tanaka the pitcher. They make contact, and reaching is De Aza as Napoli takes third.
Tanaka's got to get out of the way. It's not his play. Obviously 3 bunts in a row. No one's surprised he lays it down, but he pushes it fairly hard. You see Headley charging on this ball. I think he has the play. Tanaka gets in the way. Meanwhile, it's a hit, but that's Headley's ball.
It is ruled a hit, and it's first and third with 1 out.
Tries to lay down a bunt 3 times and successful. Go figure.
I think it's Napoli to third base. De Aza aboard at first, and here's Blake Swihart batting out of the 8th spot. Takes strike 1. Struck out looking. Last time up, one of 3 strikeouts for Tanaka on the night. 2 looking, 1 swinging. It's the first time in the game Red Sox have had a base runner visit third base. One and one. Brian Butterfield reeling off the signs for all involved. Napoli at third, De Aza at first, and the batter Swihart. Yankees double play depth.
That's what they want. They want a double play ball badly.
To left field, and this ball's going to get down from third. Napoli will score. Throw goes to third base, and diving in headfirst and safely is De Aza. Swihart to second, and the Red Sox tie the score 1-1. Swihart drives in the tying run.
Swihart stays back on a little breaking ball that he's seen before. This little backdoor slider, just flicks it into left field. The play here that's aggressive is by De Aza. Going to third. Young's going the opposite way. His momentum, and you see they get another base. Heads up play by De Aza to get third base.
So a single for Swihart takes second on the throw. It's second and third. Run in with 1 out. Here's Jackie Bradley. And on the grass at third is Chase Headley. As Bradley takes a pitch down and in. Flied out to the center fielder Jacoby Ellsbury in the 3rd inning. De Aza at third, Swihart at second. Tanaka giving up 1 hit through the first 4 innings. He's given up 3 straight hits after getting the first out of the 5th. Bradley showing bunt pulling back.
All you got to do is get a ground ball to score the run. Don't necessarily have to bunt. Just a ground ball short for second. You got to run. That was a heads-up play by De Aza going to third. Chris Young thought he had a play at third, which he really didn't because he had to turn. His momentum was going towards left center. Once he made the throw to third, Swihart heads up, gets the second.
Bradley with a swing and a miss.
The 2-0 pitch to hit. He lifts. Kind of an uppercut swing.
That's at the top of the order. Brock Holt waiting on deck. Two and two. Tanaka trying to pitch his way out of this jam here and keep this game tied.
The 2-0 pitch was the pitch to hit. He's got to throw him some funk in the dirt, you'd think, right here.
Takes a toss to third, but De Aza not going anywhere, just standing around at third base. Nobody cheating in. In the dirt, got away briefly from McCann. No chance for De Aza to try it. Didn't get that far away. You're right, though. It was in the dirt.
Oh, you knew he was going to throw him a split in the dirt. But it's just too far out in front of the plate. Non-competitive split finger. That's the new.
Non-competitive.
That's
I like
the new
that.
thing,
yeah.
right? Non-competitive.
Not tantalizing enough.
There you go. What's he going to do here?
Full count to Bradley. Runners at second and third.
Down and away with something.
In the air to left field. Chris Young makes his way back. As De Aza gets ready, Young makes the catch, tagging and scoring as De Aza, and the Red Sox take a 2-1 lead. Sac fly for Jackie Bradley to left has given Boston the 1-run lead.
Tanaka gives him something to hit. Fastball up, out, over. Jackie stays on it, drives it the other way. Too bad he's not in Fenway Park. Little can of corn, but it's a sacrifice fly.
So 2 down, Swihart in scoring position at second base. As the Red Sox have the lead now for Henry Owens, here is Brock Holt. Holt flied out to left in the first, flied out to right in the third, took it to the warning track in right field. And now McCann headed out to talk to Tanaka. Take the family to Fenway one last time before the summer is over with the Red Sox end of summer family pack from August 17th to August 23rd. Package includes game tickets, free parking, a free duck boat ride to and from Fenway Park, and a free hot dog and Coke. It's a great deal for the whole family. Mike Owens watching Henry Owens as the Red Sox have taken a lead here for Henry Owens. Looking for more right now. 2 down in the fifth. In the air to shallow left. Out goes Gregorius. In comes Young, and Young makes the catch. But the Red Sox score a pair, take a 2-1 lead. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. Now the Red Sox with 2 runs in the top of the fifth have a 2-1 lead. Let's check in with Garen Austin.
Thanks, Don. The team flew in on Sunday and had an off day yesterday. Now, some of the players took advantage of having a day off in the city. Justin Masterson spent the day with his family at Central Park. Blake Swihart and Travis Shaw checked out some of the restaurants. And Jackie Bradley Jr., Don told me all he wanted to do was sleep.
Yeah, you get to this point of the season, especially for some guys who've been up and down, and taking advantage of those precious off days.
I mean, it's August.
One of them.
I mean, it's August. You've been playing every day like Jackie has in the minor leagues. And his days catch up with you. You get a day you can relax and kick back. You're going to take it.
D.T. Gregorius leading it off here for New York in the bottom of the 5th. He struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. One of 3 Ks for Henry Owens, who now has a lead for the first time in his major league career. Starts this inning 73 pitches deep into his outing. Long first. Threw 34 pitches, but only gave up the 1 run. Gregorius, did he go? No. Very defensively. Almost went around there trying to get out of the way.
Boy, you had him all tied up on that fastball in. Punch him out on a changeup his first time up, and you see the fastball. Can't do anything with it. Luckily, he didn't get hit.
Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Gregorius again. 4 strikeouts for Owens.
See the high breaking ball right here, and he has almost threw the ball by him. Didn't have any velocity on it. Up in the strike zone, 78. Sloppy breaking ball.
Nika Insurance, great service, great coverage, and a great price for auto, home, or life insurance. That is 10 in a row now, retired by Owens. 1 out in the 5th for Brendan Ryan. Flied out to left field in the 2nd inning. Three hits in the game for New York. Infield hit for Young in the 1st inning to short, single to center for Headley. And Teixeira with an RBI single to center. On the ground up the middle, Holt will surround it, throws off balance, and just in time to get Brendan Ryan. Nice play by Brock Holt.
It's a great play by Brock Holt. He gets to this ball. The problem being, is he going to get enough on this ball to throw him out? Throws across his body, gets enough on it, gets him by a step. Right up the middle. Makes it look fairly easy. Sounded like he broke his bat. Didn't hit it as hard as I thought at first.
2 down here in the 5th. And a first pitch strike to Jacoby Ellsbury, who now faces Henry Owens for the 3rd time in this game. Ellsbury struck out in the 1st, popped out to shortstop in the 2nd. 0-2.
He's got to work hard to get the ball down. What I've seen of these first 5 innings, I mean, he's cruising right now, but for the most part, he pitches up in the zone.
It's not a place you think he can live?
No, but I think that's what he does. I mean, I was talking to Alex Spears when he was in here, and he knows very well what this kid has done over the course of his career. That's what he said. He throws the ball up in the strike zone a lot, and that's how he pitches.
I would think at this level that would be a difficult place to live.
You would think. But, you know, I mean, it's one thing just showing him that fastball upstairs. Can't argue with it to this point. I mean, he's winning. He's on a roll right now.
2-2. Up again at 92.
I don't think he's trying to throw this ball up there. I think he's trying to get him out on a ball down, belt high maybe. He doesn't know what he wants to do. It goes to the changeup. Shook everything off to get to the changeup. I've never seen left-handed pitchers throw changeups to left-handed hitters. You don't see it all that often. This is a ball that's down. Almost punched him out, just foul tipped it. Oh.
Full count now. And Ellsbury will see an 8th pitch.
What's he going to throw? He punched him out on a big slider the first time up.
His 5th full count of his outing. Shook off the changeup.
Now he doesn't know what he wants.
Shook off everything he throws.
I don't think he knows what to throw. He needs to regroup. What do you want? Okay, what do you want? No fastball in, no changeup, no curveball, no slider. Okay.
Here we go. And a swing and a miss. He got Ellsbury to chase it. 5 strikeouts for Owens, who in his major league debut is now retired 12 in a row. Has a 2-1 lead through 5. Let's take a look at the Red Sox box score. Steve Lyons will break down Henry Owens' Major League debut, and you'll hear from the young lefty. Whatever, whenever, wherever. Who but W.B. Mason? 2-1. The Red Sox have the lead as Xander Bogaerts leads it off here against Masahiro Tanaka. It's Bogaerts, Ortiz, and Ramirez here in the 6th inning. The Red Sox on top by a run. They finally got to Tanaka in the 5th inning. 3 straight hits off Tanaka, had only given up 1 through the first 4 innings.
I still can't get over Diaz bunting 3 times and ends up getting a base hit. What's the thinking there? Guy on second, 1 out. You're not trying to get the runner over.
Right.
I mean, just
not a sacrifice situation.
Tell you what, I'm going to bunt right here, and I'm going to bunt right here until.
I'm going to do it 3 times. In fact,
right in your face, I'm going to do it 3 times. And then they fell over each other.
And he gets a base hit on it and ends up scoring.
Right.
To take the lead.
Great base running. Incredible.
Xander, it's a fly ball to short right. Beltran coming in and over to make the catch. For every Red Sox game that goes into extra innings or the Sox get a save, CBS Pharmacy will make a donation to Children's Hospital towards a $25,000 commitment once again this season. CBS Pharmacy, the official pharmacy of the Boston Red Sox. 1 out, and Big Papi has his 3rd try here against Tanaka. Fly to center, grounded out to first base.
Tampa Bay had a shift on him where the right fielder was playing way over. Remember?
Yes.
Way over right center field.
Yeah, they were pinching.
I mean, right where the Pepsi sign was, that's where they were playing almost.
Yeah, they left the lines totally open. And it cost him at one point during the series, too, because he sent one down the right field line to the corner finally.
And got a double.
Yeah, and they were kind of pinching him in the middle in the outfield.
But they snatched one off him earlier, right?
Yeah, right center, yeah.
Right.
Eight fly ball outs for Tanaka. A lot of fly ball outs.
He's not necessarily a fly ball pitcher either. That's why the difference this year than when he started the season last year before he had gotten hurt.
That's outside. 31.
Ortiz bats now. Hanley Ramirez waiting on deck. There is ball 4. The first walk of the night given up by Tanaka. So 1-out walk. And it'll bring up Hanley Ramirez. Hanley tonight has grounded to short and struck out looking. Not like strike 2 or strike 3 for that matter from Mike Everett last time he was up there. To be some borderline pitches at the time. Tanaka last time out at Texas took the loss. 6 innings, 4 runs. Walked 3, struck out 3 in that outing. The 3 walks that he allowed in that outing was a season high in walks, and has just walked David Ortiz here with 1 out in the 6th inning for his first walk of this outing. On the ground down the line at third, a foul ball. Well, on Sunday, the Zach Brown Band will play their 3rd consecutive night in concert at Fenway Park. Visit redsox.com/Zach Brown to get your tickets before they sell out. One out, 1 on. Hanley Ramirez batting with the Red Sox on top 2-1. Well pitched ball game tonight. Masahiro Tanaka on the hill for the Yankees. Red Sox rookie making his major league debut, Henry Owens. Thrown 87 pitches through 5. Retired the last 12 Yankees in a row. Yankees' only run coming off Owens in the 1st inning, an RBI single by Teixeira. '80th pitch for Tanaka. And it's back to the mound, and it'll be 2. Double play. Nice play by Tanaka to make the catch, and then have the presence of mind to fire to first and get Ortiz. 2-1 Boston.
Wasn't a major bullet, that's why.
of the 6th inning, Henry Owens moves back to the mound again. This is how last inning ended.
I thought it was a bullet, but it's like head high, so he didn't get, kind of jammed him a little bit, or he would have had no chance. And then David's off a little bit at first base, double play.
Chris Young leading it off. Yankees left fielder 1 for 2 in this game. A single, run scored in the first, struck out looking in the third.
Well, he's got it working now. Curveball, changeup. Now what's he going to do? He's feeling good about himself right now. Such a big deal to get out of that first inning.
And to get out of it with minimal damage. This is to left and will get in. Ramirez over to play it, holding on with a single is Young. Second time tonight in 6 innings the Yankees have had the lead runner reach.
Chris Young has been doing that all year for the Yankees against left-handed pitching, hitting about 360 coming in. 7 bombs, and once again they played him to pull. Look, I mean, really 3 guys on the left side of the infield, and he still yanks it down the line. Ramirez gets to it, but a base hit to lead off the inning.
Now Alex Rodriguez, who has walked and flied out to center field. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
That ball ran up and in on him.
Shifting on A-Rod, left side of the infield. Fooled there, and it's 0-2. A-Rod is the subject of our Lowe's Never Stop Improving profile, comparing the previous 2 seasons with this year, 2012 and 2013. This season, 97 games, 277 average, 24 home runs already. A very good bounce back season for Alex Rodriguez. Batting third with the share of fourth, both having big seasons, as that one's up and away.
Incredible amount of high fastballs. But he had him fooled on that second one, that changeup. Then Alex doesn't really know what he wants to do. Fastball in. Get it in there.
Up again. First time tonight we have seen action in the Red Sox pen. Robbie Ross Jr. Fly ball foul down the right field line. 95 pitches now for Owens. The base hit for Young incidentally broke up a string. 12 in a row retired by Henry Owens. Stab looking on from the box seats here at Yankee Stadium.
Alex just fought off that fastball. Probably looking for a changeup. He's going to get one now.
And Rodriguez jolts it out towards deep left center field. Back, and that's off the bottom of the wall. Chris Young will be stopped at third. It's a double for Rodriguez. Throw goes to third, but Young is back, and it's second and third. Nobody out for New York. And a ball driven a long way to left center.
That ball got out there in a hurry. He got a changeup. I think Alex was looking for it because he fought off the fastball the pitch before, and he stays on this changeup. Ball's it was going down, but he went down and got it. He didn't get out of the box. This ball is a bullet, and it gets to the bottom of the fence in left center field in a hurry. I cannot believe that Chris Young can't score on it. He must have got this ball back. Yeah, Jackie got to it, hit the cutoff man. It's a good thing he did hold up at third. But that is a rocket.
The pitching line as Owens departs, 5+5 hits, a run so far, responsible for the runners at second and third. Pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket, and that is the night in his major league debut for Henry Owens. He departs with the Red Sox on top 2-1. First appearance, 3.98 ERA. Mark Teixeira bats with runners at second and third and takes strike one. Teixeira 1 for 2 with an RBI single in the first inning. It's Young at third, Rodriguez at second. And Teixeira lines it to left for a base hit. In comes the tying run in Young, and it's tied at 2. Third straight New York hit. Run charged to Owens that ties this game.
A fastball in his eyes from Robbie Ross. Had hit me all over it. 93 miles an hour, belt high. He's all over it. He's just hoping this ball carries out to the left fielder for an out, but it didn't. Drives in his second run of the game. Alex Rodriguez goes to third. First and third, nobody out.
That is 76 RBIs now for Teixeira, 2 on the night. Brian McCann bats first and third, nobody out. And he drives one out towards right center field and deep. That'll get down, roll to the track of the wall. A-Rod has scored. Teixeira will be stopped at third. It's an RBI double for McCann. The Yankees have taken a 3-2 lead. Big inning possibilities here for New York.
Not much of a breaking ball, I think. First pitch to McCann. Yeah, a little breaking ball doesn't do much. Just spins right there. Middle of the plate. He's lucky this ball isn't in the seats. Fills the gap in right center field. Nice stroke. Problem is, Teixeira is on first base. He can't score. Alex scores easy from third, but they hold up Teixeira. Anybody can run would have scored on that. But still, second and third, nobody out.
Runs are charged to Owens, who is now on the hook. 5+5 hits, 3 runs. Walked a batter, struck out 5. flared foul, and it's a ball and a strike.
Robbie Ross is just sort of going after guys, getting too much of the plate. He's in a hurry too.
Two and one. Gene Machi up in the pen. Strike call, top of the zone.
Boy, that was an ugly breaking ball for a strike. He can't believe that ball's a strike. Did catch the top of the zone, but it's not what Robbie Ross is trying to do.
Beltran batting with Teixeira at third, McCann at second, nobody out. 4 straight hits, 2 runs in the inning. And a fly ball down the right field line. Diaz on the run, and it'll fall foul. Holt, Napoli, Diaz all pursuing that foul fly that drops harmlessly and jumps up into the seats.
Up in the air a long, long time. Diaz had a long ways to go. Lands in nowhere land. Look at that. The triangle out there is going to drop in. As long as it doesn't hit chalk, you're good to go.
On the ground and diving at third. Sandoval throws to first for the out, but the run scores into Teixeira that puts the Yankees on top 4-2. Beltran grounds out. Picks up an RBI. Nice diving play by Sandoval, but it's 4-2 New York.
Sandoval lays out on this. This could have been a base hit. Full length dive. Gets up, throws out. Beltran easy, but could have been worse. Ground ball between he and the shortstop. That would have been maybe 2 runs.
Now Chase Headley will take strike 1. Single to center in the second, flied out to center in the fourth.
I take that back. McCann would not have scored on a base hit to left field.
Doesn't possess the speed.
They did. A lot of guys that don't possess it. A-Rod can't run. Teixeira and McCann. They could clog him up out there.
That's inside.
As you heard, 2-1. It's been a big inning for the Yankees. A base hit by Chris Young got it started. Now grounder foul over by the Red Sox dugout.
Farrell seems to like to go to Robbie Ross recently, doesn't he?
Yes. With mixed success.
Right. Well, he's working him in this at bat.
Ross first out of the pen here in this situation. Came in. The runners at second and third. Nobody out. Back to him. Looks the runner back at second. Throws to first for out number 2 of the inning. No advance for McCann. 2 down. That'll take us to Didi Gregorius, who has struck out twice, both times swinging, but that was against Henry Owens. 2 of the 5 strikeouts Owens had in this game. Owens left with a lead, but charged with 3 runs, 3 of the 4 the Yankees have, and right now on the hook. Spins Gregorius out of the box. 92 on the fastball.
They call that a strike?
It's 2-1.
I don't know what it is. Now what is it? There you go.
3-0.
All right. I knew something was wrong. The board's wrong.
Scoreboard center has it as 2-1.
Meanwhile, it's 3-0.
That's why Gregorius was asking home plate umpire Mike Everett. That is wrong. 3-0 pitch. Ball 4 on 4 pitches. Down to first base goes Gregorius. John Farrell coming out. Stay tuned following WB Mason Extra Innings Live. Red Sox Final. TC and Steve Lyons will analyze the Red Sox young rotation. That's tonight on Red Sox Final, presented by Uno's. Gene Machi will be coming into this game as Ross departs. The Yankees have taken a 4-2 lead. Upload a video of your backyard ballpark to NESN.com/ballparks. Enter today and you are the winner. Jerry and I will visit your backyard ballpark. Robbie Ross leaves after 2/3 of an inning, responsible for 2 men on. Gene Machi making his second Red Sox appearance in his first. Went an inning and a third. Machi coming over from the San Francisco Giants. Claimed off waivers from the Giants on July 28th and been designated for assignment. Brendan Ryan will take strike one.
This is the kind of thing that the Red Sox will be doing. You told them they got Ryan Cook from the Oakland A's just recently. He's not here. They sent him back down, right?
Went down today to make room for Henry Owens on the roster.
But a guy that's had success in the past with a big, good organization like the Giants. You're going to stockpile as much as you can. You'll see the Red Sox going forward.
Stranding 9 of 11. Takes over here with McCann at second, Gregorius at first.
He's got that funky split finger.
Appeared in 33 games with the Giants. Was 1-0 with a 5.14 earned run average before being designated for assignment.
He loves to throw it. He jams it in there.
Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Ryan to end the inning, but the Yankees scored 3 times and take a 4-2 lead. We'll break down the Bruins depth chart. Bruins Summer Face-Off Live, presented by New England Nissan dealers. 4-2. Yankees have the lead over the Red Sox. We head to the top of the 7th inning. Masahiro Tanaka's pitching line brought to you by your Eastern Lexus dealers. 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, walked a batter, struck out 3, had a lengthy wait. He's thrown 80 pitches. As his team gets 3 runs for him. Pablo Sandoval leading it off in the 7th. And taking strike 1. Sandoval has struck out, grounded out. Down the right field line, but foul. Action for New York. Justin Wilson, a left-hander up in the pen for the Yankees.
They get through this inning, you know what happens. Betances and Miller. That's the frightening part of this club.
Shortens the game. Some rumors about their interest in Kimbrel during the trade deadline to shorten the game even further.
Well, not a bad idea.
No. I mean, now you're talking about a starter really needing to really only go 6.
I'll just go 5, Coach. That's good to go. You can match him up. A little concern about Betances. Not that he's overworked, but you look at his numbers. He's been out there a lot, but you don't want him to have any trouble.
Another foul for Sandoval. Napoli, then De Aza. Yankees 45-2, leading after 6 innings. Alex Spear, the Boston Globe, points out. 1-2 pitch. Popped up, foul ground. Back comes McCann. Won't have a play. Well, tonight after Red Sox coverage on NESN Sports Today, Adam Pellerin and Nicky Reyes will have a recap of Patriots training camp. You'll hear from the Bruins draft pick, Zach Sension. That's tonight on NESN Sports Today, presented by People's United Bank. See what know-how can do. One, two to Pablo Sandoval.
Another split finger.
Another foul.
Trying to throw some cheese in on him.
And he drives it deep and far to right field, and that ball is very gone. Home run to right field for Sandoval, his 9th of the year. He loses it into the New York night.
Not a good idea, Tanaka. Shaking off McCann several times to try to slip the cheese by him, and he could not. That ball is a bomb. Look at this ball. This is a fastball that has "See ya" written on it. Haven't seen that from Pablo in quite some times, but that's a blast. After all those split fingers, and he is all over this fastball.
It'll be the last pitch that Tanaka throws in this game. Joe Girardi makes the change. The Yankees now lead it by 1, 4-3. Donate $500 to Boston Children's Hospital. Alltown is New England's premier healthier convenience retailer. Pablo Sandoval homers and chases Masahiro Tanaka from the game as Mike Napoli will take a ball from the new pitcher Justin Wilson into his 48th game of the year. 3-0 with a 2.65 earned run average, 36 strikeouts to 16 walks, and opponents hitting at 195 against Wilson.
Wilson features nothing but gas. He probably throws fastballs 90% of the time. Has some control issues occasionally.
He's allowed only 2 earned runs over his last 26 appearances dating back to the end of May. Acquired by the Yankees from Pittsburgh in exchange for Francisco Cervelli, who's having a good year for the Pirates. Foul to the screen.
Well, Napoli's licking his chops, isn't he? I mean, like that ball he got to off Jake McGee the other night, huh? Ball chest high. Didn't hit it very far, but far enough to go out.
I'm talking about a lot of fastballs for Justin Wilson, 94%.
I told you, he lets it fly.
2-1. Bottom of the zone for strike 2.
You don't even have to think out there. Just throw fastballs.
It's easy enough.
So tricky about that.
Alejandro De Aza waiting on deck. Napoli strikes out. Wilson got down 2-0, but comes back to strike out Napoli for the first out of the inning.
You see, all of a sudden he thinks he's on it, but that's some sneaky cheese. He runs away. Look at that. That ball's in the glove almost. Just couldn't time it. Got on him. Out of the zone, too.
So going to have a pinch hitter. Rusney Castillo is going to pinch hit here for Alejandro De Aza. De Aza 1 for 2 tonight as he had a bunt single in the 5th.
So you go up there hitting knowing the guy throws 94% fastballs. That's it.
So you just got to gear
That's
up.
That's it. Ready, get set, go.
Seems easier,
doesn't
than
it? Something about this guy's fastball. I know 94 is, is hard, but there's some kind of something you just can't pick up because you could never throw that many fastballs. A little deception in that.
Castillo pinch hitting with 1 down, bases empty. And he's tardy on the 95-mile-an-hour fastball. We're talking about Dylan Betances. There he is.
Yeah, that ball's in the glove. 97. That's some hair now. That's big league hair. This guy's working on. Look at this thing get in there. Some hump.
Rusney gets a piece. That was 98.
Whew.
It's rising. Swihart on deck. 1 down here in the 7th inning. Run in on the home run to begin the inning by Pablo Sandoval. Line to left field and a base hit for Rusney Castillo. He got down on the count. Looked bad on a couple of swings and ends up getting a base hit.
He knows what he's going to get. He gets a fastball right down the middle. Turns on it.
4th straight hit against left-handed pitching for Castillo, and this is a pinch hit single. Now a chance for Blake Swihart. And a single to left center field his last time up after striking out looking in the 3rd.
Betances is out there just standing around. He's on the mound, but he's not warming up. So you wonder what the thinking is right now going forward.
I figure they're trying to get Wilson through the 7th inning so Betances can pitch the 8th.
Of course, but if he's standing there, that means he may have to pitch if it gets a little hairy.
Well, the first caught basket style by Teixeira.
Boy, he jammed him.
Yeah. Castillo gains his lead. Swihart down 0-2. One and two.
That looked like something different. It might have been a slider. Little cutter.
Just missed. 2-2. Tanaka goes 6+, 5 hits. Charged with 3 runs. Walked the batter, struck out 3. Parts with a chance for the win. Going to need help from the bullpen. Swihart with a liner foul. Taking inventory on the bat, make sure he didn't fracture it.
Wonder how long it's going to take for him to use gloves one of these days. I think he'll do it his whole career. Not too many guys do that.
No.
That kid Myers that used to play with the Tampa Bay Rays.
Yep.
Now he's with
Will
San
Myers.
Diego. Will Myers. Not too many guys.
Swihart gets jammed, pops it up. Teixeira steps into foul ground for out number 2 of the inning.
Boy, he got in his kitchen back to back with fastballs. This ball was just jammed him galore. That ball's about an inch off of his knuckles.
So 2 down. Castillo still at first. Here's Jackie Bradley. Flied out to center in the 3rd. Flied out to left for sacrifice fly in the 5th. At the time gave the Red Sox a 2-1 advantage. The Yankees would score 3 times in the bottom of the 6th inning. Red Sox get a run back in this inning on the home run by Sandoval. 4-3 New York with 2 outs and a runner at first base. Strike 1. It's been anywhere from 95 to 98. Oh, 2. This ticket has great deals on the best seats to the Red Sox and Patriots games, as well as shows like Zach Brown and James Taylor at Fenway. Visit aceticket.com. Ace Ticket, it's more than a ticket. Pablo's 9th home run of the year has got the Red Sox closer. Runner goes, pitch will get away behind McCann, and to second goes Castillo. So a stolen base there, he took off, and it gets through McCann.
I had a feeling he might try this sooner or later, especially with 2 strikes. He takes off. Would have had the bag anyway, but it gets through all the way back to the backstop.
Now Joe Girardi pops out of the dugout here with a count of 1-2 to Bradley. And it's not Larry Rothschild going out, it's Joe Girardi.
And he's bringing in Betances. Don't see this very often, do you?
No.
Especially with a left-handed hitter.
So a pitching change in the middle of the count here with the Yankees on top 4-3. Betances coming in. things get a little hairy, they're going to have to go here to Betances, and with the runner getting to second base and stolen base, I guess that's hairy enough to bring him in.
You never see something like that, right?
Big count.
Right in the middle of the count. A left-handed batter up.
So he inherits a 1-2 count here to Jackie Bradley. And bounces it off the catcher, and taking third base is Castillo. Back is McCann to run it down, but likely a wild pitch here. It is indeed a wild pitch.
Throws a hook about 55 feet. Look how far in front of the plate that is. No chance for McCann. Thing is thrown so hard with the spin on it.
Oh.
Rusnak had a shot at even trying to score, but he would have been out. But now he can't try to throw that hook as hard as he can.
87 strikeouts. That's tops for relief pitchers by a lot.
Can't get cute here. He might have to gas him here. No hook. He went.
No, says T.J. Rayburn, third base umpire.
Whoa.
Full count down.
Boy, that looked close. No, I guess he didn't. That's a short little hack he had. He kept it close to his chest.
No success for Bradley against Betances.
That's 2 hooks in a row. What's he got? 3 hooks in a row.
He came in with a count of 1-2, and he ends up walking in.
Could be an over-managing job right here, huh?
The walk charged to Betances. So now Brock Holt coming up.
League's only hitting $120. 120 off of him.
Holt 0 for 3 in the game. He's flied out to left, flied out to right, flied out to left again. So far, he has been able to harness that breaking ball. Tries it again, and in the dirt. Where's the gas?
He's saving it.
Tying run 90 feet away here for the Red Sox in the 7th. And Rusnak Castillo with Jackie Bradley at first. 98 and a borderline strike call.
He's got that in his back pocket too. 98. The ball ran outside a little bit. He gets the call. I mean, you can't hit his hook anyway. You might as well take it, but you're looking dead red.
More than just an interested spectator right there. Tanaka.
That's his punch-out pitch, is that hook.
In the dirt, taken off for second base is Bradley. He'll get there.
Totally forgot about Bradley. Bradley takes off. Ball in the dirt. Good block by McCann. Bradley's got that base easy. No one's covering.
Second stolen base of the inning for Boston. Castillo had one now. It is Bradley who has one, and they are checking on the catcher, McCann.
He's getting beat to death. Something wrong with his knee. Tell you what, he has to come out of those haunches and hurry up and block this all the way across.
We'll hobble there at the end. And he's going out again.
Don't be afraid to throw that ball in the dirt, he's telling him. I got you. He's had to block 5 of them already.
second and third with 2 outs. 2-2 coming to Holt. And a swing and a miss. Gets away from McCann briefly. Throws out Holt. The strikeout ends the inning. The Red Sox get a run. Pablo Sandoval's home run gets them within 1. It's 4-3 New York. On Southwest.com. Sullivan Tire and Auto Service. Thank you, New England, for 60 great years. Southern New Hampshire University. See yourself succeed at snhu.edu. And by your local Subaru dealers. And back in New York, where the Yankees have a 4-3 lead over the Red Sox. Tonight's game summary brought to you by Xfinity. Henry Owens in his Major League debut. 5+5 hits, 3 earned runs, a walk, and 5 Ks. Sandoval just hit his 9th home run of the year. Masahiro Tanaka 6+, 3 earned runs. Has a chance for the win. Needs help from the pen. So far got help from the pen. The Sheriff 2 for 3 tonight. A-Rod 1 for 2. As we play along here to the bottom of the 7th inning, staying in the game in right field is Castillo. As he pinch hit for De Aza, now plays in right. Gene Machi back on the mound. Took over for Robbie Ross, who went 2/3 of an inning, giving up 2 hits, a run of his own. Had a walk, no strikeouts. Machi was able to strike out Brendan Ryan to end the 6th inning. Now it's Jacoby Ellsbury leads it off in the 7th. Ellsbury 0 for 3. Struck out, popped out, struck out again, and all that was against Henry Owens. Ellsbury coming into tonight's game, hitting at .283 on the year. Spending time on the DL this season.
You can tell the pitch that he loves to throw, Machi, that split finger, and he has pretty good gas. 93. He featured in between there.
Ellsbury missed 43 games on the DL while he was gone with a right knee sprain. Red Sox have action in their pen. Craig Breslow, the left-hander, up, with Machi starting this 7th inning. Ellsbury with a one-hopper to short. Bogarts on the backhand, not dug out by Napoli, off the glove. Ellsbury on to begin the 7th. Couldn't dig it out.
That's going to go as an error on the throw, but I don't know about the stretch. If he could have stretched a little bit more and not got a short hop, we have to take a look at this. Routine play by Bogarts. To me, he didn't stretch out enough to get to this ball. Look, well, it's a one hop. What can you say?
Third charge to Bogarts on the throw. Lead runner on for New York here in the 7th inning. Throw over there, and back is Ellsbury.
These are the money bags. You know, you steal a bag right here. This is what Ellsbury used to do for the Red Sox. You know, he'd get his bags that weren't important, but these are the big ones, and everybody thinks you're going. I don't know how he's feeling physically anyway, if he's going to run or not, because if he was feeling good, this is the time to run, obviously.
There's 35 stolen bases in a season 5 times since 2008. Actually, he was out that knee sprain, though, for 43 games. Down the right field line and foul off the bat of Chris Young. He's had a 2-hit night.
Yeah, he's not running because I don't think he's 100%.
Not only Young with the singles, but he has scored 2 runs in the game tonight.
That's outside.
Now we'll see what they got going here with the count of 2-1, an action count with the runner at first and nobody out.
He had a walking lead last time, the last pitch.
He's going to go. Now may be a good time. Machi checks on him. 235 since 2009. Ajay Davis and Michael Bourne. Another check. Machi may be thinking that Ellsbury's going somewhere. Could try a hit and run as well. Swing and a miss. Ellsbury going nowhere, and it is 2-2. Alex Rodriguez waiting on deck. Full count.
Because you could see him get that walking lead if he wanted it. He likes to do that. I just don't think he's 100%.
Taken off now, and that will get away. So Ellsbury will round second, and it quickly gets back to Swihart. But he was running on that pitch. So Young gets ball 4, and the first 2 have reached.
Walking leads it. Not that big a lead, but
2 on, nobody out, and A-Rod coming up. Rodriguez tonight has walk fly to center, doubled and scored. Yankees trying to obtain some insurance on top 4-3.
That double was a rocket off a changeup off Henry Owens.
Ball one. Robbie Ross first out of the pen. Gene Machi now in relief of the rookie Henry Owens. Right down the middle. .349 since May 22nd in this spot for A-Rod. On the ground towards short. Bogarts can't get it. It's into center. Ellsbury coming around and bobbled by Bradley. His throw goes to third. Young got hung up. It'll get back to the bag at second. The Yankees take a 5-3 lead.
I didn't think this ball was going to get through when he first hit it, but it just barely went into center field. Bogarts couldn't knock it down to keep it in the infield. You see base hit up the middle. Thinks Bogarts got a beat on this, and he dives. Ball's by him, and then Jackie bobbles it out there. Young takes off for third. He thinks otherwise, turns around. If Sandoval would have got it, he could have thrown back to second and got it, but nothing happened good on that play.
Machi goes. Pitching change from Yankee Stadium. Five to 3, Yankees have the lead. Still nobody out here in the Yankees half of the 7th inning. They have played it a run. Runners at first and second, and into the game is Craig Breslow. His 34th appearance, 0-1 with a 3.24 earned run average, 30 strikeouts, 16 walks. Opponents hitting at .257 against Breslow. Pitched Saturday against Tampa Bay. Last time he worked, he spirals off the backside, no throw.
He's been throwing good as of late. When he's throwing good, he throws that fastball down and away. He loves to throw his changeup. Everything down.
Share bats from the right side against the lefty. The switch hitting first baseman for New York. 2 for 3 night. Both singles. He's driven in 2 runs. Now 76 RBIs. Young at second, Rodriguez at first. Popped up, mile high, foul ground. Swihart as far as he can go. Now can't catch it. Ended up being camped in the wrong place.
Ball hit the top rail of the dugout, didn't it?
Yep.
I mean, a catchable, easier said than done, but a catchable ball. He's not where the ball is going to end up. It's to his right. You see it hits the railing.
That was a catchable ball.
Right. Look at this ball. Goes to his right, hits the railing. He just whiffed it. Not an easy play by any means, but catchable ball.
Swing and a miss. Down 1-2. Breslow has allowed only 1 earned run in his last 9 appearances in 11 1/3 innings. Dropped his ERA from 4.02 to 3.24 in the process. As I mentioned, pitching better lately as the year has gone on and been used for multiple innings.
Recently, he's been throwing fastballs upstairs. Every once in a while, he'll throw it upstairs and throw it by somebody. Now's not a good time.
He went around, says home plate umpire Mike Everett, and Teixeira strikes out.
Changeup. Gets him out front. Cannot hold up. Hands go through. Bad head goes through. Big strikeout.
First out here of the 7th inning brings up Brian McCann, due to have banged up his knee last inning defensively. Checked on by the trainer on the field, then off the field and in the dugout area, but stays in the game and bats here in the 7th.
Can't play it. Another high strike. What is that? They can't seem to play him to pull now that they've got a guy on second base, because he really tries to pull everything. This ball's way up out of the zone.
In the dirt, saw McCann 4 for 6 in his career against Breslow. So lefty on lefty thing has not been a problem for McCann against Breslow. Left-handed batters on the whole have just 3 hits in the last 23 at bats against Breslow.
Ooh, change up, down and in.
Yankees have added a run here in the bottom of the 7th inning, have a 5-3 lead. Can fights this off foul to the end of the Yankees dugout. So the Red Sox now have used Ross, Machi, and Breslow in relief of the rookie starter Owens.
I could never do that. Every time I give him one look, that's enough.
You would do the spin thing?
I got to get ready for that spin thing. I got to know it's coming.
In the air to deep right. This is coming and going. 3-run home run for Brian McCann. Yankees open it up. Now on top, 8-3.
Do that little spin move to second base. Your concentration's off a little bit. You throw a hanging slider, and he deposits this thing. 3-run Johnson makes it an 8-3 game. And Breslow was making such good pitches, and then he comes up with this spinning nothing ball right down the middle. McCann saw one of those from Ross earlier, but he absolutely crushes this, and Breslow's beside himself right now. He made so many good pitches up to that point. You can't help but think, what are you spinning a move to, 5-3 game, your spin move into second, forget about it.
So McCann with his 18th home run of the year, 4 RBI night for the Yankees catcher, and an 8-3 lead. It was a 1-run game coming into this inning. Carlos Beltran.
Not needed if you think about it. You're locked in on the hitter. I know you got to check the runner. It's a 5-3 game. I don't know.
Now for McCann, he is 5 for 7 with 2 home runs off Breslow in his career.
A guy that you have a hard time getting out. Just threw him a fastball in on his hands. Had him set up for a good hard breaking ball. Spin move to second. Gets back in the stretch. Hanger. Ouch. Bridge.
Right center field this time. That'll get down. One hops the wall. Beltran to second base. Gapper to the alley in right center. It's 23 of them on the year for Beltran.
Trying to get that ball in, leaves it out over. Beltran finds a gap.
Carl Willis, the pitching coach out here, trying to calm things down. Still only 1 out in the inning.
Brian McCann has become the player that they wanted.
Yep.
Last year it took him a while to get going. I think he hit 20 home runs, but he really had trouble for the first half of the season, but he's really come on. They gave him a lot of money.
Part of that, getting acclimated to the pressure of playing on this stage and trying to fulfill that contract.
I think so. Because when they signed him, I thought that was a good sign.
Chase Headley, 1 for 3 tonight, singled in the second inning. Beltran at second base, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning so far. It has been a 4-run inning for New York. We got 3 in the 6th, 4 here in the 7th, and enjoy an 8-3 lead. Big night for Brian McCann. Line to left. That's trouble to the corner. Beltran will be waved around and score the 9th Yankees run. It's now 9-3. An RBI double for Chase Headley.
Breslow has pitched so well recently, we talked about that. If he doesn't make his pitches, just like anybody else, he's going to get knocked around, and he's just not making pitches. This ball middle, fastball, it has hit me all over it. Rips it down the left field line. Nothing against Breslow in this outing this time, but as far as relief pitching is concerned, I don't know where they're going besides besides Tazawa and Uehara. I don't know where they're going. I guess we'll find out the next 50 games, but
Castillo makes the catch and fires back in to retire Gregorius.
I don't know what the pecking order is out there, whether winning or losing. You always have guys that pitch when you're losing, whatever. But you go to Robbie Ross a lot. We talked about, right, in a lot of different situations. Clutch situations. But I don't know they have any idea about what they're trying to do out in the bullpen right now. They're trying to get a look at. Agundo's warming up right now, but he's gotten out of the mix recently, hasn't he? I mean,
that's some home run trouble.
Right.
Ninth member of the Yankees to bat here in the inning.
I think this pitching staff is a mess.
They go on the stretch that they did to begin the second half of the season in Anaheim and in Houston. And everybody pitching out of their role at that point because they're just trying to get through those games when the starters aren't going to keep the games at all.
It's
so
chaos.
now all of a sudden,
chaos.
You get guys pitching when they don't usually pitch, and
some guys got overused, exposed, and then it's just been ugly. It just has. They've done everything weird this year. You know, they got behind all the time because of the starting pitch. I mean, probably the biggest thing is the starting rotation. Consistently has been awful.
Buchholz back on the DL again. That has become kind of a yearly thing.
You put this guy on the DL that didn't even sound like he needed it, but they were going to give him some time to think. They didn't want him to pitch here, right? Obviously. Maybe, you know, they're trying to be a precaution, but
we talked about McCann.
What are you going to do with Joe Kelly? He's not exactly dealing, right? I mean, there's a lot of things that's so up in the air.
We talked about McCann and having the pressure of his first year in New York and trying to live up to the contract. You feel like that's going on for Porcello a little bit?
There is no doubt in my mind, and he could tell you that it's not, but it is what it is. Anybody would. If I pitched like that, and I had the pressure of knowing everybody knows how much money I'm going to make down the road. I mean, he's only human, and he's not that bad. I mean, it was in his head for the longest time. You know, he couldn't have a shutdown inning to save his life.
The Yankees have batted around here in the seventh as Ryan walks. You're right. You look back this season, and there were a lot of questions in spring training about the starting rotation, who the ace is, do they need an ace, the lack of an ace, and it's been the entire rotation throughout the year. It's not just been one or two guys. It's been as a group for the most part.
Okay, we're going to talk about we need an ace. So you look at the Yankees; they don't have an ace.
No.
You know, I mean,
Tanaka's as close as they got. I'd say right now.
You know, and they've been ERA-wise, the starting rotation has been very poor. But you know, ours has just been awful. I mean, you can't say anything good about it. This pitching staff has just been awful.
Well, tonight has not been good. And Breslow trying to gut it through the seventh inning here. Yankees have batted around. They've scored 5 times. They've scored 8 times in the last 2 innings.
Buchholz goes down on a Friday night against the Yankees in the 4th inning, right? I mean, it was just brutal. And it's went downhill ever since.
Lined into left field, a base hit. Headley will come around and score, and the Yankees make it 10. It's 10-3. Ellsbury joining the hit parade.
Breslow's out there to die. Finally, Farrell goes and gets him.
Pitching change from Yankee Stadium, 10-3 New York. DCU. TC and Steve Lyons to preview Stephen Wright's start against the Yankees. DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you? All right, looking at this Yankees offense tonight from his seat in the dugout. Yankees now have 10 runs on 12 hits. Alexi Ogando, 44th appearance of the year, 2-0, 3.88 earned run average, 37 strikeouts, 15 walks. Opponents hitting at 227 against him. Runners at first and third for New York, and Chris Young the batter. 11th Yankee to bat in the inning, and a high drive to left. Ramirez turns and watches that lead. 3-run home run on the first pitch, served up by Alexi Ogando, makes it 13-3. For Chris Young, his third career home run against Ogando. This has gone from bad to worse to ugly in a hurry.
This is brutal. High fastball, not much on it. Looking dead red, hits a line drive out of here. Look at this. Fastball up, ready for it, gets on top of it. Hits a linea right out of here. 3-run Johnson. Again, 2 3-run Johnsons in the same inning.
Now A-Rod, who singled earlier in this inning.
That's Ogando, who's given up 11 home runs in 46 innings.
Coming into this inning, it was 4-3.
Whew. The Yankees have scored 46 runs in their last 3 wins. You add this to it, it's ridiculous. It's like 59 runs in 4 W's. I mean, they get feeling good about themselves, and they can't. It doesn't stop. They put a 21 spot on the Rangers the other night. I sure wouldn't want to pitch right now.
4-pitch walk to Alex Rodriguez. 13th batter of the inning coming up in Mark Teixeira. Five runs are charged to Breslow. Down and in, gets away. A-Rod will remain at first.
Not a whole lot of adrenaline out there with Ogando right now.
Time.
So Owens gives up 3 runs in this game. Ross 1, 3 for Machi, 5 for Breslow, 1 so far for Ogando. Rodriguez at first and a 2-1. Teixeira fouls it back to the screen. Third time this year that the Red Sox have allowed 9 runs in an inning this year.
Oh.
Last time June 12th against the high-powered Toronto Blue Jays.
That might be one of the unforgettable games.
That was also in the 7th inning.
Right.
Teixeira strikes out, and finally the inning is over, but not before the Yankees scored 9 times and take a 13-3 lead. Let's take a look at the updated Red Sox box score. TC and Steve Lyons will preview Luis Severino's Major League debut. Be sure to tune in tomorrow at 6. Now 3 runs in the 6th, 9 in the 7th. Red Sox had a 2-1 lead going into the bottom of the 6th inning. Now trail 13-3. Brandon Pinder into the game now for New York as Pinder takes over with the big lead. 13th appearance, 2.63 earned run average. As Xander Bogaerts leads it off here in the top of the 8th. Betances ended up going at 3rd and had a walk and a strikeout. All 3 runs the Red Sox have charged to the starter Tanaka. Pitcher of record, chance tonight to get his 8th win. Came in individually at 7-4. Bogaerts chops it right side. The high hop for Brendan Ryan. H.B. Hood salutes the Red Sox Foundation for its commitment to 4,900 accredited charities throughout New England. 1 out in the 8th for David Ortiz. David has fly to center, grounded out to first and walked tonight. On the ground into the shift. It's Ryan in short right field. Throws out Ortiz, 2 down. Two down on 3 pitches for Pinder, and it'll bring up Hanley Ramirez.
Gonna knock the starch out of the Red Sox. They're in this game. At one swing of the bat there by Sandoval made it a 4-3 game. Knocked Tanaka out of the box. A little drama when they had Betances in there throwing curveballs in the dirt.
Yeah, they left Rusney Castillo at third base, left Bradley at second base when Holt struck out to end the seventh. So the Red Sox, at that point, trailing by a run, left two in scoring position to end that inning.
I thought they were going to take McCann out of the game. He had a bad knee. Meanwhile, he comes up and hits a 3-run jack. Right?
Yep. 4 RBI night for the Yankees catcher. Strike to Ramirez. "13 runs, 13 hits, no errors for New York. 3 runs, 6 hits, an error for Boston." And Ramirez down 0-2. This guy throws hard too, 97 miles an hour.
Everybody throws hard.
Foul back to the screen, still 0-2.
I'll tell you, at the end of April, when Ramirez had gotten the 10 home runs, and he looked like he was just going to have some monster year. Got hurt, or he slammed against the wall or something trying to catch.
Yep.
And he's really never got on fire, right? Since he's hit his home runs, he got 19, whatever. But he does hit the ball hard. He gets some line drives caught, but he's really never taken off.
Now Ortiz has caught him in the home run chase. David now with 20 and Hanley with 19 at the moment. David surpassing him in RBIs as well. Ortiz with 59, Hanley with 51.
Because he's been in the middle of everything. Think about it. He's not like he hit fourth all year. They had him batting second. He was all over the place there for a while. But
on the ground to third base, Chase Headley coming in. Throws out Ramirez, and the Sox are down in order in the 8th. It's 13-3 New York. Run home run as part of the 9-run 7th inning. Breslow giving up the 3-run shot. 13 men batted for the Yankees in that 7th inning. 4 RBI night for the catcher McCann. And here he is. Gondo back on the mound here for the last of the 8th.
And they had the trainer out.
Yep.
I mean, he was blocking balls galore, and they
appeared to have a knee problem.
Yeah. He found his way to that 3-run bomb. It was no cheapie.
Strike called, 1-1. Gondo charged with a run so far since coming in. He allowed a 3-run home run of his own on the first pitch that he threw, coming from the pen to Chris Young. How do you explain the amount of home runs that Agondo has given up? 11 now.
Well, he's got good velocity. He'll make a pitch, but he'll always, he'll make a mistake. He'll hang a breaking ball. He'll throw something right in the middle. And I've seen him a couple times. Paint 2 balls down and away, and then hang a slider, and does not get away with it.
McCann on the ground into the shift. Holt in short right field. Has plenty of time to get McCann for the first out here at the bottom of the 8th. Looking for a fun activity for the kids this summer? Visit NESN.com/freeze-frame to see the photo of the week and have your son or daughter send in a caption that would make it on the next NESN Clubhouse show. Visit NESN.com/freeze-frame today. One out here in the bottom of the 8th. Carlos Beltran, the batter. Double to right center field to drive in a run in the 7th.
When was the last road trip? Was that the Houston
yes.
Anaheim?
Yep.
So it's been a while since the Red Sox have won a game on the road.
That's a good point.
This will be 8 in a row.
They are now 20-31. This would be 20-32 on the road this season. Goes around and it's 2-1. July 2nd at Toronto, to be specific, was the last Red Sox victory on the road.
Well, that's a long. You're talking a month.
Yep. Strike 2. Fly ball out to shallow left. Sandoval behind Bogarts makes the catch. 2 down. It's time now for a FWF closer look. Tomorrow's probable starters. Stephen Wright matched up against Luis Severino, making his major league debut. Wright 4-4 on the year. Closer look brought to you by FWF Selection Expertise Solutions. More at FWF.com. Stephen Wright looking at this Yankees offense tonight. Ground ball foul.
He's coming off a good outing, though, right? Last time out, couple runs, 7 innings. Gave up a 2-run home run to Abreu, right?
Yep. That did very well after that. 2 earned, 6 hits, 2 walks. Won 7 innings, 6 shutout. Ground ball to first. Napoli will take it himself to the bag. And in the 8th, we head for the 9th. It is 13-3 New York. Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. Back at Yankee Stadium, where the Yankees have a 13-3 lead as we get ready for the top of the ninth. Pablo Sandoval coming up. It's the new pitcher, Nick Rumbelow, into the game. His 6th appearance, 2.08 earned run average. 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. Opponents hitting at .071.
The Yankees running out some pitchers you have never heard of.
Pinder just left. He had a 1-2-3 8th inning, 3 ground ball outs.
Showed some velocity. What kind of gas he's got? Woo!
Well, moving from catcher to first base is McCann. Teixeira comes out of this game. Now it is John Ryan Murphy doing the catching. Pablo Sandoval homered in the 7th inning, his 9th home run of the year. At the time, the Red Sox a run behind.
Boy, that ball just disappeared.
On the ground right side. Ryan to his left for the first out here of the 9th. So Sandoval retired. It'll bring up Mike Napoli. A couple of doubles in this game tonight for Napoli. Run scored. He's also struck out 2 for 3. Strike one at 94. Napoli thought about it, but it's just outside. Rusney Castillo waiting on deck with 1 out here in the 9th inning. 1-2. In the air to left center field. Young on the move will move over and make the catch for the 2nd out of the 9th inning. 2 up, 2 down here in the 9th. Now Rusney Castillo coming up.
When Mookie Betts does come back, hopefully he's feeling better. He's coming to Detroit, right?
Yes.
And then when he gets back in the lineup, they're going to have a hard time trying to figure out who's going to get the play. Because you know they want to play him, right? You want to get a good look at Castillo. Somebody's got to lose some at bats. Obviously, Jackie Bradley won't be playing. Diaz is going to play. Then you wonder about the rotation going forward. What happens with Owens?
Yeah, and the other thing was you figured Brian Johnson was coming back here. Now he's not going on the DL, as it turns out, with Pawtucket.
Right. And then did you stay with Joe Kelly going forward? I mean, who knows?
1-2 pitch to Rusney Castillo. Swinging a foul to stay alive. Castillo singled to left his first time up. Pinch hitting for Alejandro Diaz in the 7th inning. Stole a base. Down 1-2 with 2 outs in the 9th. On the ground, slowly down the third baseline, and this will be a fair ball. Hits the bag, and Rusnez got a base hit. So all Headley could do was let that roll and hope that it goes foul. It did not.
Once this thing gets rolling, if he moves off the grass, you think it's going to go foul, but it goes the opposite way. He'll take it.
Second hit of the night for Castillo. 2-out base hit. Here's Blake Swihart. Struck out in the 3rd single in the 5th inning. Fouled out in the 7th. Single produced a run, his 15th RBI. Strike 2. A 3-run 6th, a 9-run 7th for the Yankees. They have a 13-3 lead. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Blake Swihart. Full count now. Rumbelow trying to finish off the Red Sox here in the 9th. Swihart to center field. Ellsbury going back to make the catch that ends the ball game. So in 3 hours and 26 minutes, the Yankees take game 1 of this 3-game series. 13-3 in what was once a close ball game. 4-3, the Red Sox were trailing by a run when the Yankees scored the 9 runs in the 7th inning. They go on to win it 13-3 as we send it to Tom Caron. TC.